Hello everyone, this is Men's here playing the Tier 8 Russian heavy tank, the IS-3. The IS-3 has been changed around a bit since it was introduced, which it's still a pretty damn good Tier 8 heavy tank. It just needed to get its armor changed a little bit, and while its whole armor is okay currently, it doesn't stand up too well against Tier 8s and especially Tier 9s, only because that frontal armor just isn't strong enough on the upper glacis to bounce too many shots, and your roof really leaves open a pretty big weak spot. You can find a weak spot guide on my website wotguru.com for the IS-3 and many other tanks to see a complete detailed guide for the IS-3. Now for Swamp, I'm going to stick to the north to begin with, just because the south, in my opinion, is a bit harder to attack going from either side, and I don't want to get stuck in the middle and be bogged down in the swamp. So north is usually your best bet from the north, in my opinion. If I'm in the south, I'll either go north a little bit, not too far, just right over the bridge, or I'll kind of stick in the south and kill off any attackers first, then go through the middle or the north. Okay, so that's an interesting spot for them to go. Unfortunately, our southern people are pushing across the bridge, so they would have been able to do quite a bit of damage to them. Seems like we have quite a bit of people here, though. Get a little bit of quick damage in. Looks like all their 9s are up here except for that TD. This gun definitely hits pretty hard for an 8 though. So that Lorraine probably won't push, so I'm not worried about him. There goes the ammo rack. That 110's flanking, but our TD's got him, I think. Oops, sorry dude. Dude, stop fucking sitting right behind me. But it's push. So that worked out pretty well for us. As you see, never want to push south, in my opinion, because there's always people sitting in the base, or if you're on the south team pushing east across that bridge, there's always people sitting at the other flag. So even if you get across, it's pretty wide open space to get across. So it's always easier to attack the north or kill the northern attackers. Then, when you have the numbers, you worry about the rest of the map. You just want to hold on to your side of the map. So for the north team, you want to hold on to this area here. South team, you want to hold on to this little box. And you focus on killing the people who are stupid enough to rush out and try to attack you. And then, you overwhelm the people defending the base. Now, that doesn't work if both teams follow that premise, but usually both teams do not. Probably could have fired a little sooner, but I was just trying to aim a little bit more. As you can see, all their tanks sitting in the back did them no good. But pretty good teamwork on our part. Definitely a lot of kills shared around, and it seemed like everyone was swarming and doing their part. Overall, pretty decent match. Just over 3,000 damage at 3,012 and 3 kills. Didn't get the most amount of experience at T-54. Definitely did a good job at spotting, so props to him. And not much else. I didn't really get shot at too much. Only blocked a little bit of damage. But as I was talking about the IS-3's armor, since it is very thin, only 110 millimeters, even though it's sloped well, the weakest point of your armor is your upper glacis in most cases, and since your turret roof is very thin, that's a pretty big weak spot too, since people can overmatch it. You don't really want to shoot at the lower glacis too much, because that is angled very well, and it is small, which leads you to either miss it, or if you're close to the IS-3, you're shooting down at it, which makes it even stronger. As like I said, you can find a full weak spot guide on wattguru.com for the IS-3 to show you specific weak spots, more so than I can discuss in this video. But the IS-3 is still a pretty damn good tier 8 heavy tank, and that BL9 definitely is good with that 390 damage, good penetration. The accuracy is a little iffy, and the aim time just makes it noticeably slow, but for a tier 8 heavy that's not a premium like the T-34, running around with a gun like this at tier 8, it is pretty awesome. You just have to really watch out that your armor isn't as good as it might have been before, and you're safe against 7s for the most part, but once you get against 8s, and especially 9s and 10s, you really don't want to rely upon it. But anyway, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my website, wotguru.com.